Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and today I'm going to show you how to take on this guy right here, Mecha Goenitz or Goenitz, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And I'll try to give you guys some tips on how to beat this guy. Well, the first thing you need to do, guys, before you get all the way up in this high level, is you want to make sure you're increasing your attack buffs. I've mentioned this before in other videos, but what I always do is whenever I beat, let's back up a little bit. You'll start off here with Envy. And for example, I would do Envy. And if the first stage is the only one I can get, if chapter 1 is the only one I can do, and I can do it on auto, I just play it over and over and over, increasing this buff right here. This buff, these buffs, and this buff, they add together. You guys can see that we've got different levels here. Greed level, he's at a higher, he's at 16% increased damage. And Goenitz here is at an increased damage by 19%. I really need to bump this guy up because he's extremely tough. You need a lot of CP to take this guy down. And you see the buff we're getting. We're getting 31,000 extra CP from having these buffs right here. And then you're going to get even more from having these buffs down here. So you always want to start from the bottom. Just play it on auto over and over and over. Grind out as much as you can. So that way eventually you'll be able to get to the end. Now, I got a lot of buffs built up. Been playing it for a little while now. And I'm actually in here getting some stuff done in here. I've actually cleared the first one. I can clear this one too, but it's still pretty difficult, but I can get it done if I really want to. But we're just going to take on Goenitz here, or Goenitz. So, the first tips I'd like to give you guys is you want to use yellow types. Yellow types are going to have the advantage against purple, which that's what Goenitz is. So you want to have that type advantage. You also want to use balanced types. There are moments in the fight where balanced type characters will have the advantage. So on top of having the elemental advantage, you'll have a balanced type advantage during moments of the fight. There's also going to be moments in the fight where you're going to need critical damage. Now, I got a pretty wild set on Chris here, and that's these Tekken sets here. This Tekken set is offering a massive amount of extra critical damage. We're getting an extra 50% critical damage, an extra 10% critical rate. This critical damage is really crucial in certain moments of the fight to be able to deal more damage. Do you absolutely need it? No. If you have high enough attack buffs in your epic quest, you don't need this. I was beating this without this card set on this guy, guys. I'm just using it to show you what you could do or should do. If not, use another card set that offers extra critical damage to stack up your critical damage on your character. Another tip is you want to use a grab character. There's a moment in the fight where you're going to need leverage. And when you grab a hold of this cage that Goenitz puts himself in, he's going to start recovering his HP. And while he's recovering his HP, if you have a character that can grab a hold of that cage and break it loose, then Goenitz is going to get stunned and you can start dealing a ton of damage to him. If you don't have a grab character, even with a powerful character, it takes some time to break that cage, and Goenitz will recover a lot of his HP, which is what you don't want. Now, I'm using Rio here because he's offering an extra HP just in case Chris needs it. And Kazuya here, we just got him because he's a yellow type. He's also going to take advantage of Chris's leadership, which I should have showed you a minute ago, but his leadership increases yellow element fighters' attack by 30%, HP by 15%, and crit rate by 4%. King will not have he will not be able to take advantage of this leadership, but we really just want him because of his grab skills. Jin, I just got him in there because he has a link effect with King, and honestly, Paul, he just has a link effect with Kazuya. That's really about it. So let's get in here, guys, and let's see how to do this. Now, I like to start the fight off with old Chris just because I'm having a freaking ton of fun playing this guy. Alright, buddy, here we go. Now, you want to get behind this guy whenever he comes at you. So as soon as he walks up to you guys, you want to dodge and get right behind him. So he's going to come up, we're going to move behind him. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Went too far right there. Now right here, critical damage is giving us, giving us extra damage. So having Chris in here is actually what we want because Whoops. Move over here. Get behind him. There we go. Let him come back at us again. Whoa. I waited just a little bit too long. Okay. So now balance types are going to have an advantage during this berserk phase. We're going to run over here. Whoa. Watch out here. Okay. Now, whenever Goenitz raises his hand up, you want to make sure you have your special skill ready to take him down. Now we need to move out of the way because that tornado is going to get brought down. Now we're going to wait for Goenitz to get next to us, get behind him, and attack. You'll notice that's a bit of a pattern right there, guys. Now we're going to switch to King. He's going to bring that cage down. We're going to grab it. We're going to spin around. Now watch how fast we take this thing out. Now we're going to switch to Kazuya because he's a yellow type. He's going to do a lot more damage that way. We want to get out of the way here. Watch out for that tornado. We do not want to get caught in that. That thing will guard break the hell out of you or stun lock you, however you want to say it. Okay, so now we're going to wait. Now as soon as Goenitz raises his hand up, boom, hit your special. And boom. And if you guys would like me to see me do this with other characters, I can definitely try to do that for you. Get behind him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so we're going to wait. Now critical damage is going to have an advantage. We're going to switch to Chris. We're going to go ahead and bring in Ryu to get a little extra health. Boom! Killed it, guys. Killed it. Easy peasy. Now remember though, you know, with these large attack buffs I got, that's why it was pretty easy. This was actually pretty difficult when my attack buffs weren't as high. And every time you clear one of these stages, guys, you're going to increase your attack buffs. Now, it's kind of RNG based. Sometimes you'll increase just the main attack buff for the specific epic quest, and sometimes you'll increase the attack buff to both of them. So let's go ahead and do this again, guys, so you can watch this one more time. Because it really is freaking fun as hell to do this. Let's try this again. So we'll run through this one more time. I do love playing epic quests, man. I think it's so fun. Even when it's super difficult. Actually, it's even more fun when it's difficult. Let's see if we can do a little bit better run this time. Come on, Mecha. So get behind him. I totally messed up my rotation there. Boom. Okay, get away. And remember, we got all that extra critical damage on Chris, so we're going to keep him in there to take on these fights. Watch out for old Pokey's little knives here. There we go. Hit our special. Make sure we don't take a damage, because if Goenitz pushes his hand down, he will freaking do a ton of damage, if not kill you. Run over here. Let's let him get near us. Okay, so we're going to switch to King. Grab a hold of this. Whoa. Switch to Kazuya. There we go. Whoa, don't want none of that. Now, every time he slides over to the side like that. Okay. So now we need our critical damage. Let's switch back to Pokey here. Let's bring in our heal. Oh, man. There we go. Got him now. Meow. We're just kind of stalling. Let's go ahead and use our special and end this. Boom! Hell yeah. And another little tidbit, guys, another little tip that I do every single day, which really helps my attack buffs. Sometimes I don't farm these things because I don't have the AP. So what I do is you go into the episode mission right here. You'll click on that and you're going to go to your dailies. You want to do these dailies. Look at that, man. You're going to get 100 extra attack or HP and defense, man. That is that's exactly what you want. Because these buffs here are going to increase your overall buffs right here. I mean, that's what you want. You want to increase all these buffs. When you're increasing all of them, it's going to help you be able to do that much more damage to all of these guys. And all of these tickets here, you need these things for this here to take these guys on. Because these guys got a hell of a lot of HP. See, I haven't finished this one yet. These guys got a lot of HP. I mean, look at this dude, 65,000. So yeah, he's going to be really tough. I haven't got quite to him yet. So guys, let me know if this helped you out, and let me know if you'd like to see me try to do this with maybe some other characters. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.